You rarely see cheating for what it is while it is happening. That's because it usually doesn't start with a dramatic moment. It starts with a private story. A story like, I deserve more. My partner doesn't get me. This relationship is already broken. It doesn't really count if nobody knows. And once that story is in place, the mind starts working hard to protect it. That is where the real psychology begins. Because most people do not wake up one day and simply decide to become careless with someone else's heart. They first build a mental excuse that makes the behavior feel smaller, cleaner, or more justified than it really is. They split themselves. One part says, I'm still a good person. Another part says, I'm hiding messages. One part says, I love my partner. Another part says, I'm crossing a line. That split creates discomfort. Psychologists call it cognitive dissonance. It happens when your actions and your self-image do not match. And the easiest way to reduce that discomfort is not always to stop the behavior. Sometimes the mind does something more dangerous. It changes the story. It wasn't that serious. Everyone does this. They pushed me away first. If my relationship were better, I wouldn't need this. That is moral escape. Not honesty. Not healing. Just a way to keep the ego comfortable while the betrayal continues. And the more this goes on, the more normal it starts to feel to the person doing it. That's why cheating can happen in a person who still texts, I love you. A person who still shows up for dinner. A person who still smiles in public and looks stable from the outside. Because they are not living one life. They are living two. One box for the image. One box for the secret. And the longer they keep those boxes separate, the easier it becomes to believe that what happens in one does not affect the other. But it does. Every hidden message, every lie, every excuse, every deleted thread slowly changes the person doing it. Not just the relationship, the person. Because to keep cheating going, they need more than secrecy. They need a story that keeps their guilt quiet. So they tell themselves, I'm not the problem. I'm just unhappy. This proves I still have value. I'm not hurting anyone that badly. That is how self-deception grows. Quietly, repeatedly, until the lie feels easier than the truth. And if you've been cheated on, this is the part that matters most. Their cheating was never proof that you were not enough. It was proof that they chose avoidance over honesty, immediate relief over integrity, their own comfort over your reality. That does not make the pain smaller, but it does make the meaning clearer. You were not abandoned because you were unlovable. You were betrayed because they were willing to divide themselves to get what they wanted. And once you understand that, you stop turning the blame inward. You stop asking, what was wrong with me? And you start asking the right question. What kind of mind justifies hurting someone while still calling it love? What kind of mind justifies hurting someone while still calling it love? That is the question this video is really about.